Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Ken, and today we're here to talk about Kinds of Kindness, the latest
All kinds of
film
kindness.
directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Already has another film out. We just reviewed Poor Things, I feel like, at the beginning of this year?
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's been a little bit now.
Yeah. Well, this one is on Hulu as well. You can watch it right now on
It is.
streaming. But yeah, we're going to get into all things Kinds of Kindness. If you guys are ready for that, if you like that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button because we do more reviews like this. And we do TV reviews and we do fun, entertaining live streams every Monday night as well.
We do.
So hit the subscribe button. Also,
Yeah, like this video.
like the video like she said. And then comment down below if you've watched this movie, whether or not you saw it in the theaters or on Hulu. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Okay.
All right.
Where do you want to start with Kinds of Kindness?
Yeah, so like you said, his last movie was Poor Things, which I thought was good. It was definitely weird, though.
It won Emma Stone an Oscar.
Yeah.
For Best Actress.
You know,
So
that
it
weird...
at least did that.
The weird stuff wins Oscars,
It does.
I feel like. So yeah, I feel like, I don't want to speak for you. You'll say your own piece here in a second, but I feel like we were kind of wondering if this one was going to be more like in the realm of the real world, or if it was going to be another weird movie. I feel like the trailer didn't really give very much away.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I even watched it. All I watched was the Emma Stone dancing sequence that was all over social media and stuff.
Scene.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was
pretty much it. So I didn't really know what to expect with this movie at all.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like just knowing the cast, which again was kind of a repeat of Poor Things a little bit. You've
a lot of familiars.
Yeah, you've got Emma Stone, you've got William Dafoe.
Well, you do got Jesse Plemons, I guess, joining for the first time. He wasn't in Poor
true.
Things, was he? I don't remember him in Poor Things anyway.
He wasn't. But yeah, so I'm not even going to try to say the director's name.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Okay. Well, he's definitely one of those directors that likes to work with the same people, it seems like.
Worked a lot with Colin Farrell in the beginning. Also Rachel Weisz, who was in The Lobster and The Favorite. So he has his cast of people that he kind of rotates through, and Jesse Plemons is kind of his new one joining the Yorgos universe, because the upcoming one he's doing has Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone, who I guess is going to just work with Yorgos Lanthimos exclusively at this point.
So anyway, all of that to say, this movie was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. The runtime kind of deterred me away from, is that how you say it? Detoured? No, I don't think it's detoured. It kind of made me not want to go see it in theaters. It is almost 3 hours. So definitely knew that I was going to be checking this one out at home eventually. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. And I'll just quickly say too, the fact that this is 3 stories in one.
It's an anthology, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it kind of fun, so.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I really kind of loved the movie.
Yeah.
A lot. I was thinking about it last night, because I really like Yorgos Lanthimos as a director. I think Poor Things might be my least favorite movie from him.
Yeah.
So I was kind of curious about this one. Is he going to start going in a direction that I'm just not down with?
Right.
But this one, to me, just kind of brought it back to that killing of a sacred deer kind of style a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's very Twilight Zone. Like I said, it's an anthology, and I would even go as far as to say it's a horror anthology. Mm-hmm. Just the way that it kind of like sci-fi horror. Where you kind of get into that Twilight Zone realm as well. Just a little bit more artistic, I guess.
Yeah. In
that category. But they get into some folk horror stuff, I feel like, in the third segment. So a lot of interesting themes, and I think all the stories were very interesting, and the fact that they felt different, but they also felt kind of similar because you had all the same actors.
Same characters,
yeah.
Or not stories. Same characters, same actors, yeah.
But they felt different enough that every time they switched the story, it felt fresh and interesting.
Yeah.
And I was drawn in all over again, which kind of helped with the runtime for me.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I love, like anthology stuff. You said Twilight Zone, like the more current anthology stuff is like Black Mirror, very Black Mirror, which Jesse Plemons actually was in a Black Mirror episode, so that's kind of cool.
Which I think is a fair comparison to make like this to Black Mirror. I think it kind of operates in the same style and universe.
Yeah, so everybody was fantastic in it, and again, like you said, all the stories were very interesting. I feel like it's kind of early, but I'll just kind of go into one of my complaints, or maybe my only complaint. I don't know. I do feel like all of the stories left a lot of unknown.
Yeah.
So it bugged me a little bit because I'm like, I need more answers.
Well, it's obvious these movies are kind of operating, I don't want to say in a different world, but they kind of feel like they're operating in a different dimension.
Yeah,
like
not
this is not like real reality.
Yeah.
And a lot of things are left ambiguous, but I think that they give you enough to kind of leave stuff up to your imagination, which I kind of like about it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Going back to what I was saying, like I think this might be my favorite movie from this director.
Okay.
I think, and I love Killing of a Sacred Deer, and I really love The Favorite too.
Yeah.
And The Lobster is really great also, but I don't know. This one to me, it was just like operating on a different level. I miss I like horror anthologies. Like I like that style. I like the different stories and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of Creepshow and going back to the 80s and those old ones.
Well, VHS is that too, right?
VHS as well. And the fact that Yorgos, because I don't feel like I heard anything about this.
Well, I told you.
You did tell me it was 3 different sequences, but like the fact that Yorgos made a modern day horror anthology, but didn't really make a horror anthology, made it a lot more artistic to where I feel like most people's going to watch this, they're not going to pick up on that. But there's a lot of similarities between this and some of the older like anthologies from back in the day. Yeah. So I just really dug the heck out of it a lot.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide if this is like a positive or a negative. I guess it leans more towards a negative. But I think it was all 3 stories. It definitely was like a interesting take with like the music. It was like this very like loud music. It was like this loud like piano, like almost like banging piano sounds, which I do feel like it like added to the like atmosphere of the movie and everything. So I guess it was effective, but it is kind of like kind of startling a little bit. And then also like it's weird to see them. Even though everyone was good, everyone was, great with their performances, everybody almost had this kind of robotic, just like performance. Like everything that they said felt very like Truman Show or like, just like everything was like scripted out for these people to say. And so I do think that was like 100% intentional, but it was just kind of interesting to watch.
Yeah, it felt like you were watching people operate under like a different set of rules of like human nature.
Yeah.
Like I said, like they were in another world, another dimension. And that's honestly how a lot of Yorgos films feel like when you watch them anyway.
Yeah, it was just kind of like... I think
The Favorite's probably the most accessible and the most maybe true to its time period that it's in. Mm-hmm. But Killing of a Sacred Deer feels like that for sure.
Just like, hello, darling, how was your day? Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Like, it was just very, like, robotic. I don't know if you know what I mean, but...
No, I know what you mean, and I think because of that, I think that's maybe one criticism that you can have is that, yes, all the actors are playing different characters in every single segment and sequence, but they all kind of feel similar.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like they're stretching their range to play these different characters in all the different sequences.
Yeah.
Again, that kind of worked for me. I don't know. I like the way they structured it and stuff. And there is, like, a connection with, like, a certain person to, like, all 3 of the stories, so there's, like, enough there to make you feel like all 3 of these stories could be taking place in, like, the same time period and universe because of this one character that's the same in all the stories.
I don't even know who you're talking about. But...
Well, they start every single segment starts off with this person's name. RMF.
Yeah.
He's a very small like character in all the sequences, but like he's the through line that kind of connects them all. Very, very well shot and directed as well. Like I thought it was a beautiful film to like watch and look at. I liked the ending, just the way it ended with all the credits and the different colors of the font. I don't know, everything about this movie just felt very unique.
Red, blue, and yellow or something?
And I would like to like look into that. Maybe that's like the different, because they were different stories. Maybe that was like the people that worked on this story and the people that worked on that. I don't know if they separated them in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all in all, I feel like this movie like exceeded my expectations. I don't really think that I went in expecting a lot. I thought that it might just be okay, and so I mean,
I thought it was gonna be a slog to get through. I was like, oh my god, 3 hours. I'm like,
it's funny.
I can't do this.
It's funny that you say that you loved it, because when we were watching it, I couldn't tell.
I was very tired. I was very tired watching it, but I was like very interested in the movie the entire time. Like if it was like a mediocre movie, like I probably would have fell asleep. Mm-hmm. But I was just like very drawn in and interested to everything that was going on. Like it felt like Black Mirror. Like I love Black Mirror.
Right.
Twilight Zone. Like it just, I don't know. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think it might be my favorite Yorgos movie. It might be my favorite movie of this year. Honestly, if I thought about it. Yeah. I really liked it a lot. Okay. You have anything else you want to say about it?
No, I don't guess so.
Willem Dafoe, I will say, I feel like he's the standout of the movie. I don't know if you would agree or not, but I don't know. I just felt like he's so good. Like, and you often like forget how good he is, because he's been doing this for such a long time. But I don't know. Every time he was on screen, I was just like super into everything he was doing.
Yeah, I think
Jesse Plemons great too. I think and Emma Stone. They're kind of I feel like Jesse Plemons is probably the main focal point of the movie. I don't know if you'd say that or not.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think he is at one point, and then I think the last story, Emma Stone kind of takes over a little bit. Mm-hmm. A little bit more in the last story.
Yeah. Yeah. But, just, very interesting for sure, and makes the runtime worth it. So.
Yeah. What would you give this?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to let you go first.
I'm not giving it a perfect score. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. Okay. Really liked it a lot.
Okay.
Really did.
Oh gosh, I really don't want to give it the same as you, but I don't want to not give it the same as you just because. I mean, I really liked it as well. Gosh. I mean, I guess I'm going to have to go 4.5.
Okay.
It was really good.
To me, it was miles ahead of Poor Things, and it probably will not get the recognition that Poor Things got either. But that's just my opinion. But that's our review of Kinds of Kindness. I definitely recommend you check this out, whether it's on Hulu or VOD or whatever.
Maybe not on Hulu unless you have like ad-free. Because 2 hours and 45 minutes turned into probably...
It was about 3 hours.
Yeah, maybe if not longer than that. Yeah.
So. Or get the physical release, because I think that's coming out in a couple of months.
Oh, we know you'll be on that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.
And be kind.
Be kind. Be kind. Be kinds of kindness.
Yeah. Bye, guys.